Welcome to the WayneBreezie Show. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new and get ready for NFL and 49ers content right after this. Welcome to the WayneBreezie Show, everybody. It's your host, the WayneBreezie. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and become a member of the Breezie Bunch crew on today. You don't want to miss out on all the cool perks, all right? You just don't want to miss out on them, man. The perks are really good, and yeah, don't miss out. Now, on today's episode, we're going to be going through, it's Wild Card Weekend. It's Wild Card Weekend, so we're going to be going through the NFL wildcard picks and predictions on today's show, man. Let's have some fun with it for sure. You know, my team didn't make it to the playoffs, but, you know, they'll be back. They'll be back, I'm sure. And if you're a 49ers fan out there, we will be back. We will be stronger than ever. If your team didn't make it to the playoffs as well, don't worry. Your team probably won't ever see it. But at the end of the day, you know, we got some football coming up this weekend, and I actually like all the matchups. You know, I was going through these matchups, and I was saying to myself, okay, the playoffs is set. Here are the teams that are in the playoffs. You got your 1 seed, Kansas City and Detroit Lions. Those two teams will not be playing in Week 1 Wild Card Weekend. Won't see them until the Divisional Round. They get the first round bye, so congratulations to those two teams for putting in that hard work. All right, they put in the work for sure. All right, so here we go, man. These are the teams. You got the Texans, you got the Chargers, you got the Steelers, you got the Ravens, you got the Broncos, the Bills, and the AFC representing the NFC. You got the Rams, the Vikings, the Commanders, the Buccaneers, the Green Bay Packers, and the Philadelphia Eagles. All right, you got them Eagles up in there, trying to get up in there. You know how it is, man. Look. Congratulations again to all the teams. I'm a little bit salty that my team's not representing, but it's all good. Let's get to that first matchup, AFC matchup. You got the Los Angeles Chargers. Both LA teams made it to the playoffs. And speaking of LA, my prayers go out to all the families out there that are suffering, that are dealing with the fires that are going on out there in Los Angeles, California. I'm not sure how these games are going to be played. I do know the Rams do play in L.A. The Chargers will be playing in Houston on this weekend. But my prayers do go out to the families, the victims, the victims' families. My prayers go out to everybody out there, man. You know, so just tough times, man. Sad times in the world with the big forest fires. You know, the natural disasters that are going on. And all we could do is continue to pray and be a lending hand and help out in whatever way we can, whatever way I can help out. Please reach out to me. Let me know for sure. All right, let me know for sure. All right, the first matchup we got is on Saturday. We got 2 Saturday games. You got a 4:30 p.m. Eastern time game. Again, you got the Chargers who, you know, Harbaugh got his team into the playoffs, man. He definitely, between Harbaugh and Roman, like they got their team, they got that offense working. Defense they already had the pieces defensively. And you know, this game is going to be a little bit more tough than what I'm thinking. You know, you got 2 young quarterbacks, 2 great quarterbacks, two of the young phenom quarterbacks. I like Herbert just a little bit better right now than CJ Stroud. Both teams are well represented. I feel like the Chargers team is a little bit more, I guess, in sync. They don't have the big star wide receivers, but they got the rookie in Lad McConkey, and he's just been a breath of fresh air for them. And then they got, you know, the issue with the Chargers is, can they run the ball, and can the Texans stop the run? Like, I think that's what it's going to come down to. Can the Chargers run the ball, and can the Texans, you know, can they stop the run for their side? It's hard to pick this one, right? Like, I feel like Herbert, the more experienced quarterback in the NFL, they got the best. I think they have the better defense. The Chargers have the better defense. I feel like their defense doesn't give up points. They probably have the #1 scoring defense in the NFL throughout the regular season. I know it's up there. And then, you know what? Let me go ahead and check. And it's crazy because they really don't give up points. Like that blows my mind. NFL defenses. Let's see how the teams finished. As far as all we care about is scoring. I was right. They only give up 17.7 points per game. And C.J. Stroud's going to have to they're going to have to run the ball. They do have Joe Mixon. The Texans offense is going to have to find a way to move the ball. Nico Collins is going to have to be real big. They're probably going to need to use their tight end, Schultz. So they're going to have to figure out ways to move that ball down the field. If the Chargers come out there and take away the run, it's going to be really hard putting this game on C.J. Stroud. The only thing I feel like the Texans really got going for them is that they're at home, right? They're at home. So that's good for the Texans. But can they generate enough offensively to go up against this crazy, stingy defense? I think I'm going to go with the road team here. I think I'm going to go with the Chargers over the Texans. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section. I'm going Chargers over the Texans. That's the first game on Saturday, 4:30. The nightcap game, the 8 p.m. game. You got the Pittsburgh Steelers divisional game, right? We're talking about a divisional battle between these two teams, the Steelers versus the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, MVP candidate for sure. Russell Wilson got his team into the playoffs his first season with the Steelers. Steelers look good. Will they be able to put up enough against this Ravens team? This Ravens defense seems like they're finally getting into the swing of things. Can the Steelers defense stop that powerful Ravens offense? I like the Steelers defense, but they're pretty banged up. For the Ravens, they don't have their wide receiver. Their number one guy, Zay Flowers, is out with a knee injury. How does that hinder the Baltimore Ravens offense? And I just don't think it hinders it much. I think they come out here and they try to run the ball. They try to run the ball. When I'm looking at the Russian defenses, teams can't run on the Ravens defense. And the Steelers got a top 5 Russian defense too, so it's kind of tough to run on the Steelers. They got a top 10, Russian defense. I think they actually rank number 7. And so both teams, man, are going to be stingy in giving up the run. It's going to come down to the quarterback play, and I think Lamar Jackson just is superior over Russell Wilson at this stage in his career. I think Lamar Jackson is the X factor, and he's going to figure out how to secure that victory. So I'm going Ravens over the Steelers. The Steelers will be hitting the road jack. All right, let's get to our Sunday games. 1 p.m. Eastern time. You got Bo Nix, the rookie Denver Broncos, traveling to Buffalo, where it's going to be freezing, right? It's going to be cold in Buffalo. The Steelers' defense is pretty tough, too, now. And the Broncos' defense is pretty daggone tough, too. They're number 3 overall in the run game. They take away the run. As far as scoring, they're up there, too. Like, they're ranked 3rd. They don't give up points. This game's going to come down to, can Josh Allen find a way to manipulate the defense? And usually I'm not going to pick a rookie quarterback, but he has Sean Payton as his coach. He's very experienced in these particular situations. But I just don't see the Buffalo Bills being outed round 1 at home in the playoffs. I'm going Josh Allen here, Buffalo Bills. This game is going to be a little bit closer than what we think. I don't feel like this is going to be a blowout in any kind of way, unless Bo Nix comes out and turns the ball over way too many times. He's due for one of those type of games, but he's been playing good all season long. Actually, between him and Jaden Daniels, they've been probably the best rookie quarterbacks we've seen this season. Pardon me if I forgot to mention anybody, but both of those teams are in the playoffs as rookie quarterbacks. So let that sink in. Matter of fact, they may be the only 2 rookies quarterbacks in the playoffs this year. So I like Bo Nix. I like the Denver Broncos. That defense is tough. Patrick Surtain is going to be on their Buffalo's number 1 wideout, which is, I don't know if it's going to be Cooper who's set to play in this game. I don't know. I don't. Buffalo's offense is weird. But they score. Like that's the crazy part. And it's going to come down to, like I said, what will, my man Josh do? What will Allen do? Like, that's what it's going to come down. What would J.A. do? But I'm picking the Bills over the Denver Broncos in this game. I'm picking the Bills over the Denver Broncos. Now, listen, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. feel free to become a member of the Breezy Bunch crew as well. We have really cool perks. Memberships are welcome. The memberships help support the channel. So if you want to be a monthly contributor, you can do so by just clicking on that join button and check out our partners over at residency.com. Use the promo code SFBreezy. I'm rocking an SBG hat, right? SBG stands for, this is a Slimebo hat. Slimebo stands for Deebo Samuel, all right? So Deebo Samuel, the number one you can see here. I like the trucker fits, man. I like the mesh. It just makes my head feel real good. You know what I'm saying? It does. And then you can see the number one right here. So shout out to our sponsors and partners over at residency.com. Use the promo code SFBreezy. You can save on your total purchase. So whatever you choose to buy, use that promo code. It'll take a discount off for you. All right. So check that out. All right. Let's get back to where we were. We're at 4:30 p.m. on Sunday. 3 games on Sunday. All right, so 2 games on Saturday, 3 games on Sunday, and then there's a Monday night game, right? Did I say that right? 6 games total? Pool. Let's get it. Speaking of like quarterbacks, all right, Jordan Love returning from an injury, possibly. He should be good to go. Jalen Hurts returning from concussion protocol. He should be good to go. You got 2 banged up quarterbacks. I like it. At least it's even at this position. Now, here's what makes these teams different. The Philadelphia Eagles are at home, and it's very tough to play in Philly, especially during the playoffs. All right? It's hard to play against them during the regular season, but if you go to Philadelphia, PA, and you got to play the Philadelphia Eagles, and you're talking about the number 2 scoring defense in the NFL, which means they aren't giving up points. This defense is on point. So good luck trying to score against them. All right? Good luck. Good luck trying to score against them. They have the number 1 total defense in the NFL after 17 weeks. They're allowing on average 278.4 yards per game. They're only giving up 17.8 points per game. Number 2 in scoring. I really think it's going to be hard for Jordan Love, who lost one of his star wide receivers. Christian Watson's out for the season towards ACL. They're going to have to really rely on the run game. And if you're relying on the run game going up against a pretty, top 10 run defense, top 10, top 11 run defense, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But Josh Jacobs, this game is going to be solely on him. That's in my opinion. I don't think it's going to be enough for the Green Bay Packers. I'm really not sure the health of Jordan Love. Maybe if they mix some Jordan Love with their backup QB and Malik Willis, maybe you'll get some type of a spark or something. I don't know. But I know it's going to be really hard, to put up points against this stingy defense that doesn't like to give up scoring. And when Jalen Hurts is there, and now they're going to have a fresh, rested Saquon Barkley, I just think the Eagles are going to be out for blood. So I got the Eagles winning this game. I know it's hard for me to say, but I got the Eagles going ahead and becoming victorious in this game for the NFC. All right, speaking of NFC, here we go. I told you we had another rookie quarterback going. Will he be enough? Now, Baker Mayfield's been one of the best quarterbacks in the league to watch. He has 41 touchdowns on the year. Baker Mayfield has been baking cakes as fast as he can. We already know what Mike Evans is doing. You're seeing the emergence of a young star in Jalen McMillan from Washington. Like, this kid is blowing up. They're running the ball well. They have the number 1 running back in the NFL in breaking tackles. Yes, Bucky Irvin has the most broke tackles in the NFL. So it's hard to get him down. They'll mix it up a little bit with Rashad White. I think I feel like the Buccaneers are they're the more complete team, but Jaden Daniels is the X factor for the Washington Commanders. Like, just when you think you got him beat, he finds a way to close out the game and get his team to victory. For the Buccaneers, they got to make sure that this game isn't close. If this game is close, I'm tipping the advantage to the Commanders with Jaden Daniels leading them. But if the Buccaneers got a nice little, I don't want to say comfortable lead, but a nice lead, let's just say it's a 10-point lead, something like that. I think the Buccaneers would be able to close this game out and pull this game out. I think I'm going to go with the home team here. I feel like the Buccaneers are going to get it done. It's going to be a little too much for the rookie in his first playoff game. I think that the Buccaneers and Todd Bowles, they find a way to get this victory, and they advance to the divisional round. And, the Commanders, they'll be back. Like, you know what I mean? Like the Commanders will be back. They're only going to get more and more solid and continuity building and all that type of stuff. But what a year. I think Jaden Daniels may be rookie of the year, if I'm not mistaken. He's probably the leader in those votes, but it's going to be a great game. And both teams may turn the ball over a couple times. They just may. They just may turn over the ball a couple of times. Tampa Bay is great at stopping the run. They're ranked fourth in stopping the run. I just don't feel like Washington runs the ball well enough. But if they include the Jaden Daniels factor in the run game, could be a little tricky for that Tampa Bay Bucks. But I'm going with the home team, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, over the Washington Commanders. We get the nightcap game, Monday Night Football. I guess that's what you can call it. Monday Night Football, wild card weekend game. Sam Darnold, Matthew Stafford. The Vikings are traveling to Los Angeles, and they're going to be playing the Rams. Now, again, I'm not sure what's going to happen if the fires continue to spread and things like that. Maybe this game not get postponed, but relocated. But somehow the Rams have to be the home team. They won their division. The Vikings are on the road. But I think the Vikings defense got totally dismantled against the Detroit Lions in their final game of the season. I don't think they're going to get dismantled by the Los Angeles Rams offense. I feel like the Vikings are going to come out and play a really good game. I feel like their defense is going to be on par, and Sam Darnold is going to be able to do what he's been doing all season long. I'm going with the road team here. I'm going Minnesota Vikings over the Los Angeles Rams, okay? Minnesota Vikings over the Los Angeles Rams. And that's not my hatred for the Rams. Shout out to the Rams viewers that watch the show. You guys are going to put up a great fight. I think the game is going to be close. It's not going to be a blowout whatsoever. I think the better defense is going to prevail. I think the Rams have a very fired up young defense, and it's going to be a problem for years to come. But I think the way that Brian Flores has his defense constructed in Minnesota, he's going to find a way to get to Matthew Stafford, force Matthew Stafford to make some mistakes offensively. And I think that that Minnesota Vikings defense is going to be a little too much for the Rams offense. And this is not a slap at Matthew Stafford. I just think Brian Flores is going to call a hell of aggressive defensive plan. Get ready for the blitz, blitz, blitz. Blitz, 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 blitz. To the blitz, 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 blitz. And I know these teams played already this year, so it's a rematch, but I just feel like the Vikings are going to be a little too much, And the Rams defense, again, I'm not going to sit here and say that they're bad. They're just young. Will they be on their P's and Q's this game? Possibly. They got a head coach that's been here before. So we'll see, but I'm going to go with the Vikings, the road team. All right, the road team. All right, guys, those are my picks for this week. It's NFL Wildcard Weekend, guys. Get ready, man. I hope you guys are ready for some football because it's about to go down. I'm telling you right now, I'm excited. Football begins on Saturday. Make sure you stay locked in. Feel free to put your picks and your predictions. If you want to do score predictions, leave them in the comment section of the show. Don't forget to hit that like button if you didn't hit it already. If this is your first time watching, please click on that subscribe button. Sub to the channel for sure. All right? It's your boy, the WayneBreezie from the WayneBreezie Show. Love you guys. Stay up. Stay faithful.